How are we going? Look, thought I'd share some thoughts with you on South America. Okay, first of all is your visa. Okay, Australians, you need a visa for Chile. That's it. Americans, you need a visa for Bolivia, but not for Chile. Now, when you're applying for it, give yourself 8 to 10 weeks because the Chileans are very slow. It'll cost you about $180 to get your visa. Okay. Now, when you're traveling, look, I traveled in April and May and the weather was absolutely perfect and beautiful, not as busy. A lot of places in Patagonia, I would not want to be there in peak time because I don't think I could handle seeing hundreds of tourists hiking. It would probably drive me a little bit bananas. So look, fly, pick your time when you want to go. Also, if you're going into Chile, in Patagonia, it's really, really cool. Look, I'd be flying into Puerto Natales. I flew into Punta Arenas, and then I had like a 2.5-3 hour drive to get to Puerto Natales. So if you flew into Puerto Natales, it'll make your life a little bit easier. And then you're 70 k's from the entrance of Torres del Paine, and you make sure you fill your car up with petrol in Puerto Natales because you won't get it after that. Look, I already mentioned this in the videos, but yeah, look, Torres del Paine, you need at least 4 to 5 days. That's in the Chile side. In the Argentine side, El Chaltén, I'd be doing at least 5 days. El Calafate, I'd probably only go there one night, do Puerto Moreno, and then head out. There's not much in El Calafate, to be honest. So that's how I would handle it. Peru. This is the part I did with Intrepid. I did Peru and Bolivia with Intrepid. It was looked good with them, but there were some things that I probably wouldn't do again, to be honest. They were very well organised, Intrepid. They're all about the community. So sometimes you're in positions where you're forced to spend money where you don't really need to or want to. Like say, for instance, we went to this island on Lake Titicaca, and we got taken on this taxi ride, and it was like a 15-minute taxi ride, and then they wanted like $8, which sort of left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth. Then we went to this island, and again, it was to spend money to buy souvenirs, and the island was absolutely useless. No point going there. So it was 2 days that we could have had, seeing some really nice stuff. I would much rather have stayed at like Vinicunca, Rainbow Mountain, for a night and done a little bit more there. But look, overall, it was a good experience. But if I had to go again, I'd be coming on my own. Yeah, the tipping's something that drives me a little bit bonkers. We're paying good money to be on these holidays, and then you've got to tip everybody. And usually the tour leaders will put together a kitty, but that does drive me a little bit bananas. Bolivia, what a stunning country. Wow, everywhere you turn is a beautiful landscape. The Uyuni salt flats, phenomenal. The Andean desert, my God, I've never seen such a beautiful desert. Everywhere you turn, it was just stunning landscape after another. Then when you're driving from town to town, it's like you're driving through the Grand Canyon. Wow, really stunning. The dinosaur footprints, wow, that's amazing. Not every day you're looking at dinosaur footprints, from millions of years ago. Sucre is a real easy city to navigate and find your way around. That's one of the capitals. La Paz is the other capital. That's a lot more hustle and bustle. Very, very hilly, but a lovely city. And while you're in La Paz, you make sure you get onto Danger Road and do that tour. That is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely loved doing that tour. So look, in total summary, I would now say that, look, April and May was perfect. The weather was fantastic. Very easy to get around. You make sure you carry lip balm, toilet paper and sunscreen with you, okay, because your lips are always getting dry because of the dry air. The toilet paper you need, believe me, you're going to need it, right? And the sunscreen, because the sun is really harsh up here. Geez, a 22-degree day felt like it was like 35. Safety is not a real concern here. You do feel safe wherever you go. You've still got to watch out and look around, but you don't ever feel like, oh, this isn't right here. The odd occasion people come up and ask you to buy things, but they don't really hassle you, so it's not a problem. Now, I've got a Travelex card with me, a multi-currency card. It didn't work probably 60% of the time. So make sure you've got another card with you, or a card that you know that actually works. And by the way, do not pull money out of ATM machines, because they will rip you off. They'll charge you like $18, $17. So go to the one of million money exchange bureaus that are around. You can walk into clothes shops and get money, so do the exchange that way. You get a much better rate. Give yourself a day or so when you're changing sort of itineraries, because flights get cancelled here and delayed all the time. Everyone on our tour had problems with their flights, and even me. I got delayed 11 hours yesterday coming into Santiago, which, by the way, is a great city to come and visit. Santiago, really cool city. So I've got videos on all of these things, so if you want to go back and watch them, and you'll see things in more detail. But this is just a quick summary. But yeah, overall, South America, tick.